critic in nursing research. So let's see what is research critic. So research critic is nothing but a critical evaluation or appraisal of a research report. Research critic is nothing but estimating a research carefully and systematically by using certain specific criteria in order to appraise the favorable and less favorable and another general features of the research study. This is the definition given by Leininger. A research critic always needs critical thinking, appraisal and intellectual skill, and it also involves a careful examination of all aspects. So whenever we are critiquing a particular research, we need a careful information on all the object in case to study the merits, limitations, meaning and significance and knowledge of the topic. Let's see the purposes of research critic. First, to assess students' methodological and analytic skills. Here mainly we will be identifying the limitations and strength of the study, and in order to season researcher to help journal editions, and it also guide the researcher to write the critic, and it helps to advance nursing knowledge and profession. Constructive approaches for critic. So whenever we are seeing the constructive approach, we have to remember two principles. First one, it should be objective. Second one, make your comments specific to the work you are reviewing. And critic should be an advisory and constructive nature. Whenever we are critiquing research, we have to follow certain guidelines. First one, read and critique the entire study. Sometimes we may be hurry up and we will read some of half of the portion or 1/3 and we will start critique. So that should not be done. The whole study has to be read and it should critique in a systematic manner. And always whenever we are critiquing a study, we should see its objective and realistic. And both, we should not command only the weakness of the study, but also we should command the strength of the study. Always give certain examples and always use positive terms whenever possible, and say the positive points first before saying the negative points. Do's and don'ts of critic. Avoid vague generalization of price and fault findings. And whenever we are writing a command, we should be more sensitive when handling the negative commands and evaluate the substantive, ethical, methodological, interpretative, presentational dimensions. And whenever we are commenting a negative thing, always we can quote or add some alternative measures which can be taken. Initial critic. What type of study was conducted? What was the setting? Were the steps clearly identified? Was there a logical flow? Certain elements has to follow for research critic. First one, substantive and theoretical dimensions, methodological dimensions, ethical dimensions, interpretative dimensions, and we should also see the presentation and stylistic dimensions. First, let's see what is substantive and theoretical dimensions. And here the readers always has to report whether the study was worthy in terms of significance of the problem, and whether it's met the conceptualization, and whether it has an appropriateness of the conceptual framework. We know that every study we will be adapting on conceptual framework. So whenever we are adapting a conceptual framework, after interpreting the result, whether it's fulfilling the criteria, whatever the things we have determined in the conceptual framework, then normally communicated in the report's introduction. Let's see the methodological dimensions. The methodological dimensions, we know it's the heart of the research critic, and the more importance we will give for the methodology. In a quantitative study, the four major decision points to focus critical attention are: first, design. First, what we have to see, design will yield the most unambiguous and meaningful result about the relationship between the independent and dependent variables. Here we should also check what are the extraneous variables influencing the study, how the researcher has controlled the extraneous variable, and who should participate in the study, what methods should be used to collect the data, what statistical analysis will provide the most appropriate test of the research hypothesis. Coming to the ethical dimensions here, we should check whether the right of human subjects were violated during the investigation. So that's what, to prevent such type of harm only, we are taking the concern from the subject. If there is a potential ethical concerns, we need to consider its impact both on scientific merit and well-being of the participants. Next is the interpretative dimensions. Researchers report conclude with always with a discussion, conclusions or implication, and researchers attempt to make sense of analysis, consider whether the findings support or fail to support the hypothesis. So here, whenever we are writing the discussion, always we have to make sure we have to fulfill the objective, and whatever the hypothesis we have framed earlier, whether we are accepting the hypothesis or rejecting the hypothesis. Presentational and stylistic dimensions. So whenever we are writing the research report, it should be clear and we should check its grammar. No, there should not be any grammatical mistake, and it should be concise. It should not be vague, and it should not give any confusion for the people, those who are reading the research. And it should well organized, that is systematically organized, and unnecessary jargon should be minimized. And when we are writing the quantitative research report, it should be more formal, impersonal fashion, and using either, sometimes we may be using the third person or passive voice. Always we should be connect with the objective of the study which we have framed. Qualitative studies are written in a more literary style, and using first or second person, active voice, connect proximity, intimacy with the data and phenomenon under study. The problem. Whenever we are writing the problem should be clear, concise, too big, too small should be avoided, and it should give precise information. And always we should see that research questions empirically tested, and all the definitions of the terms in the problem statement should be clearly described. That's what we will be writing in the operational definitions. Coming to the criteria introduction, we should check, is the purpose of the study presented, is the significance of the problem discussed, does the investigator provide a sense of what he or she is doing and why. Coming to the problem statement, check whether the problem statement clear. Does the investigator identify key research questions and variables? Does the study have the potential to help solve a problem that is currently faced in clinical practice? Review of literature. Review of literature, check, does the report tie the problem to various related research, and is there any over dependence on secondary source, and what type of research literature included, whether it's over dependence or any anecdotes or any opinion articles like that. We can also check for any the metastatic studies and paraphrased adequacy and analytical critically. And literature review, check, does literature review follow a logical sequence leading to critical review supporting and conflicting prior work, and whether there is any relationship of the study to previous research, and whether the researcher described the gap in the literature and support the necessity. Coming to the theoretical framework, here we should rationalize the stated for the theoretical and conceptual framework. So we should check that the investigator clearly state the theoretical basis for hypothesis formulation, and does the link the problem to a theoretical conceptual framework in a natural way. Hypothesis, always hypothesis check for its precise, logical, and in a form that permits it to be tested. Hypothesis always it should be tested, and it should express a predictable relationship, and it follow logically, and check its include general population of interest. And methodology, the relevant variables and concepts clearly and operationally defined, and check whether the design appropriate for the research question or hypothesis. And methodology, we should check for the study whether it's experimental study or non-experimental study, and in case experimental, appropriate procedures and methods of data collection described properly and clearly. And the procedure, whenever it's any procedure, explain the step of the procedure, make sure whether it's preventing contamination between treatment and control group, and because sometimes it may cause some bias. Whenever we are taking the experimental group and control group from the same setting, there may be a bias because the information may pass to the control group, so it will cause some prejudice. So we should check whether there should not be any contamination between the treatment between the experimental group and control group. So all these parameters, whether it's met in the particular research or what, we have to critique. And if there was more than one data collector, was the inter-rater reliability adequate? We should check the inter-rater reliability if it's a double blind, single blind or double blind study. Sample, whether the samples subjects described, sample size justified, what criteria they have formed to collect the sample, and the sample size is sufficient for the study, and the number of variables and the design whether it's adequate. And we should check adequate assurance that the rights of human subjects were protected, response rate reported, and the subjects representative of the sample and key characteristics described. Coming to the instruments, check the instruments clearly identified and described, and the methods of development of tool it's appropriate, and whether the instrument is specified, and in case any instrument used like BP apparatus, glucometer, whether it's calibrated for reliability, to check the reliability of the instrument, all the things we have to make sure. And appropriate instruments for data collection used, and reliability and validity of the instruments adequate, and instruments if it's new or adapted also we should check it's sufficient for testing, and just cross check the evidence of validity and reliability. Principles of analysis. Check whether analysis consistent with objectives of study. Types of analysis appropriate for types of data. Information, is the information unnecessarily converted? Coming to the data analysis, is all the statistical tests used identified and values, and we should check appropriate statistical tests used based on the level of measurement, sample size, sampling methods, hypothesis, and research questions. So whenever we are doing the data analysis, always we have to follow the research hypothesis, because here is the area where we are proving, accepting or rejecting the research hypothesis. Coming to the results, are the results for each hypothesis clearly and objectively presented, and whether the researcher has used proper, adequate figures and tables, and you should always highlight and streamline the presentation of result, and all the tables should has an interpretation and results described in light of the theoretical framework. And we should also, whenever the researcher is writing the research report or discussion, always it should need some supportive literature. Coming to the discussion, all important results should be discussed, and we should also check the interpretation is organized and in a meaningful fashion. And does interpretation distinguish practical and statistical significance? Coming to the implication, check the implication is appropriate and the implications of findings discussed, practice, education and research, and it include nursing implication, and it recommending the future research status. Research utilization implications, and check for the study has a sufficient quality to meet the criterion of sufficient merit, and does the study meet the criterion of replicability, and it's relevant to the practice, and it's feasible for the nurses to implement, whether there is any benefits of the study and it outweigh the risk. And conclusion, check the conclusions based on the results and related to the hypothesis and the study limitations identified and generalizations made within the scope of the findings. And in other aspects, check the title of title should have a reasonable length, and the summary always it should abstract should be included, and bibliography check for the style and citation, and whether overall the research is pleasant to read, grammatically correct, and is no complex sentences. Research is the best possible means of answering many questions. No single study can provide conclusive evidence, and always evidence is accumulated through the conduct and evaluation of several studies, and the reader can do reflective and thorough critique of research, of report, and it play a role advancing nursing knowledge. Thank you.